Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Millennial Diaries. I'm your girl Kayla,
Hey, it's Rachel. What's going on, y'all?
and today we are talking about dating again.
We are. It's dating part
Exciting.
2. Disclaimer, we did say we are going to have some guests on the show. We don't have guests on the show for this segment, but we do have Proctor James, so it's going.
We're always going to use him. But so you have questions that I'm looking at. You want to start here?
Yes, so shout out to my friend Trey. We were talking earlier today. I was telling him we had an
Always
episode.
talking to people.
Always.
I said that.
I network.
These are some dope questions, though. I'm looking through them now.
I really think so. I should. You want me to send you the list of names? I mean, the list of questions. All right, cool. So his first question was, "What is considered a nice date to us?" And I was like, "It's different for everybody." So go ahead and you take that lead, Kay.
A nice date. I mean, but it depends on what level we're at.
That's what I said.
Because if we just met, I'm not one of those girls. I don't expect the most. So if we just met, a nice date could just be like a Top Golf, like just getting to know each other. So don't take me to the movies. I think that is the worst date that you can't talk to me. And if you're trying to talk to me during the movies, I think you're weird. So then the date's pretty much over after that anyway.
To your
I don't
point,
think you should talk during the movie ever.
I think to your point,
Well,
if it's not the only part of the date.
If it's not the only part, but even so, our very first date should never be a movie theater.
I think it depends on the movie
point.
too. Only because I feel you, girl. Like I haven't been to the movies in so long. Like ever since Netflix
movies.
and everything came out. I don't know. I just don't watch them all like that.
I love the movies.
But when we were kids, it was like a thing. That's a little graphic.
I would never go on another date with you.
So
like,
y'all
what
are
is
funny.
this? What's going on? Okay, so the perfect date for me, if we've been dating for a while, would be like a bunch of things. Like we would do a bunch. So I would love like a picnic. And then after a picnic,
That's what James. I mean, that's what my friend said. That's what Trey said.
after a picnic, maybe like, I don't know, we do something cutesy. I guess women don't be knowing what they. I don't know. I've never thought. I guess I really never sat down and thought about a perfect date. I only know what I wouldn't like.
That's the next question. So we'll get into that. But no, not a perfect date, a nice date, I guess. Because to your point, it depends on what level we're at. And to me, to some extent, anything could really be a date. Yeah. Going to the movies could be a date. Going to a picnic could be a date. Going to the arcade could be a date.
Yes,
it just depends on like who you guys are in your mood.
That's another thing too.
You can stay
because
inside.
Sometimes you're still trying to get to know each other. So going to a restaurant could be something where you can really know if you safe with them. Like you might not.
I mean, maybe not at a restaurant, girl. You're always getting to know your significant other, your suitors, I guess is the word.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
yeah, a nice day for me. I want to be picked up and wined and dined. I'm not gonna cap because that's what my friend was saying. He's like, it's different for everyone. Some girls
your
want
first date?
a nice date.
Oh, nice date.
That's a nice first date. Yeah, come get me.
Expensive.
Let's go out. Let's dress up. Have a nice dinner. Maybe go.
Rachel wants a guy with a lot of money.
Maybe go to a play.
A play?
Yeah, you don't go to plays? A play, a concert, a comedy show, anything.
Comedy show, dope.
Comedy show, anything. I like a lot of different things. I would like
to laugh.
I like plays. I do.
Not.
Maybe not a first date, but plays are lit. Y'all should be cultured. Okay.
So you're calling me ratchet on camera.
No, because I'm more ratchet than you, girl. I'm just well rounded. I do it all. Okay. Next question.
Oh, okay. Now, I guess I really wasn't reading all the way because now I see the second question is, what is a bad date? There's like so many, right?
Not so many. Not
really?
so many. I've had like maybe 2 bad dates.
Okay.
I don't want to see you ever again.
So a bad date for me is definitely something that didn't involve any thought. So I don't like laziness. I have a thing with guys being lazy. I think all men should be like hardworking. So if you don't put any effort into me, then why should we go on another date? So I think a bad date is just a lack of effort.
So what's like an example of that for people that may not know? Because this is advice to some people.
I'm trying to think because I did have a dating season for sure. I think we talked about it in the first one, maybe a little bit.
We did.
Bad dates. The movies. The movies for me is a bad date. So most times if I did go on a movie and go on a date and it was at the movies, we never went on a second date.
But if it was somebody that you were like serious with, y'all went
interested in, and we both said movies, then yes, okay, I'm down for that.
See, so the movies isn't a bad day. It's just the person.
It depends,
because that's what I was thinking.
It depends on our level for me.
That's what I was thinking. It was like it wasn't that the date was bad. The dates were cool, but the person, like, you just did some things that I just did not like, and I was like, ooh, I can't wait to go home. Because I'm never talking to you again.
So I think we talked about dressing the last time a little bit.
On a date?
Yes, like how a guy dresses can kind of like deter us as well. So I guess that is, so maybe it's not per se what's a bad date, but I guess a bad experience.
A bad experience. It's all about the experience.
Yes, because like you're saying, like I can go on a movie date with one guy and hate it, and then the very next day someone asks me and I'll be like, yes.
Not the next day.
Oh my God. Yes, that's what I was dating for a while.
It happens like that. It'd be like that. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Men do it
all the time, and then they look at you like you crazy.
They do it in the same day.
At least I'm separating the days,
when
right?
You do it, their butt hurt.
Well, sometimes I went on like, a breakfast and a dinner. I'm sorry. Are you joining the conversation for this? Come on.
Butt hurt.
What's a bad date for the guys?
Let's know.
No communication. Like we can't converse.
Okay, so we're kind of like sitting there and it's awkward because we not relating. Okay, I guess that's one for me too. I feel like in order.
Take you out to eat and you don't eat.
What?
Are you trying to pack it up?
I'm gonna make sure I eat. I eat. I'm hungry.
Wait, so have you experienced that?
She ain't eat no food in front of you? She was scared to eat in front of you?
I wonder what was the thought. I wonder if it was, do I have to look a certain way?
I was gonna say, ladies, let us know what y'all think that was.
Yes.
Because if I'm going on a date,
that really sounds strange to me.
The date has to mostly
because
include
I
food.
would just say, no, I'm not hungry. Let's do something different.
Yeah, for sure. Did she know that y'all were going out to eat in advance? Was she allergic, or did she not like the place that y'all picked?
No, she was trying to pack it up, right?
Maybe she didn't want to eat in front of you.
That dinner was for her and her man that was at home. Sorry.
Was she trying to pack it up right away? How much food did you eat?
You know what I'm saying? Like you get 12 wings, you're gonna eat 3.
Oh, it was wings.
Well,
she not trying to eat no wings in front of you. Oh, I'm like,
okay.
Was it messy food?
Okay.
Why you taking her Olive Garden?
So you didn't like her?
Like 2006.
See, ladies, no effort.
Olive Garden?
Oh, but you was young. You were younger. Yeah, you were young.
I'm like, I don't know how old you was in 2006. I know how old I was.
Okay, so we moving on.
Yeah, they almost.
Read the next question. I'm not reading it. How did we get here?
I asked my friend these questions. Oh, everything is leading to it. I was like, so what's a question that men really want to know from women? This man go say, do we ever know what we want to eat? No, you should know.
Okay, so seriously,
I'm totally joking.
I don't know what it is about what do you want to eat that confuses me. I'm like,
you want it?
Yes, I'll be like, I don't know what I want.
I mean, I've done it, but it's just like,
I mean,
guys,
most of the time I want crab legs.
I know that's right.
So I don't want to say that every time. I feel like that's expensive.
Guys, know that most of the time we totally know what we want. We're just messing with you. I'm not gonna cuss all like that. We're just with you.
Oh, you're not gonna cuss this episode.
I said all like that.
Oh, okay.
The F word is a strong word.
So I guess maybe I do usually know what I want.
You're a woman. You know exactly what you want.
I don't say it all the time because most of the time I want something really expensive. Like, I'm not going to even lie.
We should live in privilege.
So I feel like most of the time I'm just trying. But I guess in real life I'm a simp.
Kayla, no.
But I really do feel. But I guess I feel bad because I do have expensive taste, but it's because I know I can afford me. So most of the time when I'm like in that mood where I do usually want like crab legs or just something nice, and they say, "What do you want?" I'll usually say, "I don't know. What do you want?" Because then he'll give a suggestion. Shit.
I just
and then
did
we can meet. You know, I can kind of see where. Because what if he says I don't know. What if he says he want Olive Garden? So then I'm like, okay, this crab leg is gonna be a bit much for him. So let me bring it down.
I feel that. Oh, that Kayla, you are me. That's exactly what I do. That's what I would do.
It doesn't that make sense?
It does. It does. I read the room. You got to read the room.
And I guess that's exactly what I try to do. Kind of like understand where we at.
So like, that's why we do it. It's not that we don't know.
Because I feel like if a man asks me, "What do you want to eat?" I'm going to say, "How much money do you have?"
And that's rude. So we're just like, well, what do you want to eat?
That's what I'm thinking. How much do you have to spend? And then that will help me understand what I want.
Surf and turf, and I don't even eat steak like that. I want it all.
But sometimes that's what I'm in the mood for. I want 2 lobster tails and some crab legs today.
Don't ask me what I want to eat if you're not prepared for whatever comes out of my mouth. So that's why we say, what do you want to eat? Or I don't know.
What do you have to say, James?
What you mean?
Why if I have a taste for it, then I want to eat it.
Yeah, right? don't mind messing with my face. My face gonna look crazy because I'm like, is he trying to? Is this like what is that? It's the same. You mean in food, right? In food.
What do you have a taste for?
Not in life, but in food.
What do you have a taste for? Because I didn't know. I was like, are we still talking about food here?
Yeah.
That's how the question came at us.
I was like, if not taste.
What do you have a taste for, and what do you want to eat?
My lifestyle is there's a different type of taste. Yeah. Yeah, but that wasn't the question. It was why don't we never know what we want to eat, right?
Yeah, but yet they don't ask me what do I have a taste for. Typically, men will say, "What do you want to eat?"
But they are the same because I've heard, "What do you have a taste for?" Like, I'm hungry. Okay, what do you have a taste for? Yeah, it's the same.
And even then, when they
in that regards,
yeah. So if someone says, "So you're right," I have heard, "What do you have a taste for?" And my answer is, something good.
Because again, I want to read the temperature of your pockets. Like, how much money?
And then I'll say, well, what sounds good to you?
You know, because we don't want to. So she just explained it.
What if I want steak and lobster tails?
And you was on some, okay, let's get some tacos.
Yeah, you was on some Chipotle.
Applebee's. Like, nothing wrong with that, but I don't want to say, you asked me.
And then I don't want to make you uncomfortable as a man,
it's going to be uncomfortable because then you asking me what I want. I want lobsters and lamb, and you telling me you want Chipotle.
And now we looking confused because you like, oh, dang, that's, I didn't know that's.
Same here. Now we looking confused.
Now we doing too much.
Well, you asked me. Why is it about my pockets? It's not about your pockets. It's about how much did you want to spend on this meal.
Technically, it is about your pockets because it's about how much you want to spend on this meal.
But I feel like he means like your pockets in general because he's looking at it as like, damn, you looking at my pockets for this meal?
No,
like, what
you asked me to go out to eat, so that means you're going to be paying.
That's how we looking at it. I don't think that's how he looking at it all the way.
Yeah, so as a mature man, if you asking a woman out to eat, it shouldn't matter, you feel me, what place, pay grade, you know what I'm saying? I'm taking you wherever.
So if you're throwing that out, that means we can go wherever. And I don't think...
Because if I ain't got it, I shouldn't
be asking in the first place. Now, that's great logic, but common sense not common. And I've been in a situation a few times where it was uncomfortable because... And not even on, no, he asked me Okay, I'll give the example completely. Yes, and I hope he sees it. But he asked me to go to Cold Stone.
Chaos.
And I said yes, but we were in like a little feud. And this was, I'm not gonna lie, this was a long time ago, like a boyfriend, a long time ago.
Where's the nearest Cold Stone now?
Yeah, exactly. So that's how. Yeah, so Facts. The same. So we were, I don't even think, maybe my freshman year at Bowling Green, and I was back home. I think that's what I'm thinking it was. And he called and asked if I wanted to go to Cold Stone. I'm like, of course. Like, yeah, let's talk, like, blah, blah, blah. So we get to Cold Stone. I'm adding without all my little stuff. You know how it used to be? You walk down the line, and he, like, moving behind me. I'm like, what are you doing? Go. So he like, all right. So we walk up to the register, and she like, you know how those pictures be, the memes where the guys that don't have no money stand behind you and like hold your back or whatever to support you while you pull your money out. Well, yes, he did that. And I turned around and I said, what are you doing? Give the lady the money. He was like, oh, I just asked you if you wanted to go. I didn't say I was paying for it.
So what?
She was also a freshman in college, which means he couldn't have even been 21.
He was not in college, and he was older than me, and I'm pretty sure.
Where was you going with that?
He was at least
because I'm like
2
swipes.
or 3
I'm
years
sure
older
with the
than
college
me.
town had swipes at Cold
And
Stone.
I was back home. I was back. We were in Cleveland. I've never. It was at Cold Stone that was on. What's that? Cleveland Heights.
Warrensville.
That one.
When you were a young person in your 20s, you could barely take care of yourself. So to expect me to be able to take care of me and you.
I'm not expecting you to take care of me. You asked me out for ice cream. But there are 20-year-olds that can do that, though. So that age has nothing to do with that.
I just think it was strange because of the place. It was cold. It was like $6.
Yeah, be thankful it wasn't Olive Garden. Be thankful it wasn't.
We really would have been looking crazy. But that's an experience that will kind of stick with me just a tad, so that I guess I'm trying to ask a question in response to a question just to evaluate the situation. Mm-hmm. Let's say it like that. And I think that's why I kind of ask a question back when it's, what do you want to eat or where do you want to go? It's like, well, what do you want to do? Because I can say I want to go to a play, and then he looking like, a play? That's $100 a piece. I was trying to go to the movies. So I think that's just a way to kind of read the room.
That's why we do that.
And I think that's helpful.
So I understand where you're coming from, and I understand where you're coming from. Kind of, sort of, not really, because I'm not a guy, but I could appreciate that perspective.
Oh, this is a funny question.
What's
next
the question,
one,
girl?
What shoes do we like?
Yes, he was like, if I was to buy a woman some shoes.
Oh, I didn't even think of it that way.
Yeah, I remember the conversation.
I was thinking, what shoes do women like on men?
Oh, no. He was saying, if I was to buy my lady some shoes, what type of shoes would she like me to get, and what type of shoes would she not want me to get? I like heels. I was telling him, I'm not necessarily really into specific type of tennis shoes. I'm like a heel wearer, or boots. I like boots.
Oh, for me, and because of how weird I am with my fashion, you have to have a strong sense of fashion to be able to buy me shoes or clothes. I don't necessarily enjoy shoes and clothes as gifts most times. And if it is something that you want to buy me, then it's because I specifically was like, oh, I'm going to get me this. And then you just got it ahead of time. But I really wouldn't want a guy to buy me either. Like no heels, no tennis shoes, no anything.
Yeah, he was saying what girls want, designer type things, high
that too.
end quality. I was like,
but that doesn't matter.
Oh, come on. I was like, what's going on?
You're on the episode today.
So yeah,
Procter James.
Ever buy shoes or clothes for a woman? It would be something like, damn, you know what? I tried to order these shoes and they said they were sold out.
Do you hear the effort? The effort. That is effort. I would love that. So something like that.
Yeah, that's what y'all just said.
Yeah, that's the same thing. I wouldn't want you to just be like, "Ooh, I think she would look nice in these." So, but it doesn't matter if it's freaking shoes from Fashion Nova or Louis Vuitton shoes. Like I'm just not a huge. Have I had guys like buy me shoes and things before? Of course. Like, yes, nice designer shoes. Do I wear them? Most times no, because I don't like them. Mm-hmm. But
yeah, that's what
if that's their thing, then I'll accept it. I'm not grateful.
I was like, I like flights. You can buy me flights.
Now that
all inclusive vacations. I like that.
With who?
Because you can send me by myself. You could
you can pay
for me and my friends. Pay for me to go with my friends, or we can go. Like it just.
Oh, we can go out of order. What's a nice place to fly you out for a special occasion?
Oh yeah, that was a We were having a good conversation. We skip one.
We're gonna skip some because I think that's a nice
leeway.
Yeah,
yes. So he was like, okay, so if I was to fly you out, my girl out for a special occasion, like 2-year anniversary or something like that, where would you want to go? And my ass, I was like, anywhere that's an ocean, outside the country, warm climate. And he's like, oh, I was thinking like Miami,
Where's
Cali.
This young man from?
Huh?
Like, where's this young man from?
He's from Cleveland. He's younger than me. He's my friend.
Oh, okay.
But he was like, oh. I was like, well, you said 2-year anniversary. But even if not, like, if we're going to take a trip, I'd rather go out the country. And I want to be on the beach, and it has to be warm. Like,
so I guess I am different from most girls because I don't typically keep track of things like that. Like, I don't usually know dates or what day we got together and what time. We've been together for 2 months and 36 minutes. I'm not that girl.
Right.
So I don't typically, I guess, celebrate anniversaries and things like that. Mm-hmm. However, if we were to be planning like a trip and it's like to celebrate us, I want to go somewhere nice and I want us to take our time, and I don't feel, and it depends. Because 2 years, it depends where we are. Because some relationships at 2 years, and some relationships at 2 years, you still like, he cool, so let's do Miami.
That's good. Yeah, I feel that. I wasn't even looking at it from like what the whole question said. I was just like, oh, you trying to take a trip? We out the country with it. But no, yeah, first, I'm just trying to go out the country.
I mean, I feel you because instantly when you said that, the first thing I thought was Bali. And it's just like, dang, that's super expensive. But what if we aren't there? And I say something like that, and he like, oh, dang, she think we more serious. But
then I was telling him from a realistic standpoint, I was like, no, because going out the country is less expensive for like a few weeks to months at a time than going to New York or Cali or Miami for a weekend.
I say that.
So that's why I'm like, no, I'd rather go out the country. And plus, I've been to these places in America. I'm fortunate enough to travel, but like, I'd rather just go out the country.
But I mean, if we're being real, we're dating men who are African American, and most times,
don't say it.
Don't think that way.
I was just going to say, don't have a passport.
And that's what I was gonna say.
Okay.
I did. See, look,
y'all got J's, but that's what I'm saying. Y'all got J's, but y'all have a passport. We're just being
real because the effort of getting most black men to get a passport is, we might as well just go to Miami.
Facts. No, not
the ones I'm dating.
Yeah, no.
Not majority. We not. But we can't say majority.
Felons can't leave the country?
They can't go to certain places. Oh, well, I guess they can't get a passport. So.
You sure?
They could go to St. Thomas, I think.
You sure?
To my knowledge, that's what it was. It might
have changed. I think it's something weird with them getting passports. Now, can they find other ways? Of course.
Or maybe depending on like if their case is closed or something like that. I don't know.
No, well, once you have a
we'll get that.
Yes, we definitely have to go back to that. Wait, so flying you out. So, are you going to speak on it, James? Want to read the question to you?
It's a difference between if we've been together for 2 years.
That's a good point. Yeah, but I don't see, when I'm like kicking on somebody, I probably already knew them. So I don't know. I'm different. I can't.
Yeah. So, and I guess we all kind of date differently.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm not gonna lie, like I'm not the type of girl who wants a guy to just fly me out when we're just like starting to talk.
Yeah,
because I don't feel comfortable. I wouldn't feel safe, and I don't want you to ever feel obligated to my body just because we're out.
Not you went straight to the body.
I mean, because that's where guys are thinking.
I was just using it as the slang, fly me out, but I wasn't going after like the whole thing behind it. But I feel where you coming from.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real.
There's nothing wrong with it though.
If they flying you out. I mean, I know what I look like. So I know what I'm going to look like out of town. I'm going to take it up a notch. So
I love
he going to be looking and I'm going to be like, no. And then next thing you know, I'm fighting for my life in this hotel room.
Girls, that's serious. Gentlemen, that's serious. Gotta be thinking that's little kids. If y'all watching, that's serious.
Yeah, she just really made it real serious, real quick.
You know, I got to bring it home.
Look.
You made it. Yeah, you took it there.
Trying to find a way home.
But you know how often that probably happens. But you know how often that probably happens, and people don't even mention it. They just say, "Oh, so and so flew me out." Girl, he probably
had to do some stuff that you didn't want to do to make sure that you were safe.
Just to be able to say, "Oh, he flew me out."
He flew me out, and I'm just not. I guess I'm just not that girl. Like I don't feel comfortable just going out of town with just anybody just to say I did it.
Cause you can fly yourself out.
I really could anytime I want.
So that's why. That's why I'm on. Yeah, we out the country. Why? Cause I'm trying to go out the country myself. I'm going out the country myself.
Yeah, so you can come with me.
Yeah,
you can stay in Cleveland.
Period. All right, next question or no?
Next question.
I need some lip gloss on. I'm not gonna do it. I think it's like it might be time.
What would we accept? What would we not accept? Is that in reference to the shoes?
Yes, the shoes.
Oh, so I think we're wrapped up. Mm-hmm. We wrapped up with all those questions so quickly. Well, I definitely feel like we can still piggyback. What are you doing?
I just was looking, y'all. I don't know how to do my baby hairs. And I just want to shout out Bang by Nikki. She did my braids.
Where's her cards?
Those are her cards. I'm leaving them here in the stew, and I gave some to Kayla. She works for CMSD, so her name is Nikki White. She's in Cleveland Heights.
Why did you have to say I work for CMSD?
Why you repeat it? We're going to cut that out. Can we cut that out?
No, let's keep it.
Oh.
Temporarily.
Oh, yeah, because so anyway, so she makes her own edge control. And y'all like,
oh, that's her edge control too, and she did the braids.
I don't know how to do my edges. I like way slay my ish.
You're really trying not to cuss. Yes, they look amazing.
And then I added the shea butter. You know what I'm saying? To top off the shine. You know, it's not super fresh. It's like 2 weeks old, but you know we still out here with. Kayla wouldn't let me wear my do rag. But no, I got golden shave on my.
So you know what? That's making me think of something else to say about dating, though.
Hold on. I gotta shout her out. This is my first ever hairdresser. She knew me when I was in my mom's stomach. I kid you not. Her name is Aziza Yasmin. She's located in Beechwood, Ohio. She makes her own products. She's a loctician, a natural hair cosmetologist. We've been to fashion shows. She's amazing. So follow her. I'll put their Instagram and stuff in the description box. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead. It smells so good.
Do-rags. So Rachel wanted to wear a do-rag. She asked if she could wear one. I said absolutely. Hell no.
I respect her wishes because y'all know I do what I want, but I respect her wishes.
You go on a date. You know, when it's in the beginning, you might meet at the restaurant instead of him picking you up and he has on a do-rag. Or you guys are doing something active. He has on a do-rag.
In public?
Yeah.
All right, so you know when I had my do-rag on at the all-white party this weekend, it was the look. I didn't wear it while I was bartending. You don't wear your do-rags and your bonnets and your hairstyles outside the house. So I was joking when I said I wanted to wear my hair, but no, like I don't care if you're a woman or a man, you don't wear that shit outside the house.
Okay, so I just wanted to see like
I don't think I've dated anyone who actually wears a do-rag.
Went on a date.
No, who wears a do-rag in general.
Oh.
But they are my weakness. When I see a fine-looking man with a do-rag, I will double look. But I don't think I've dated a man that wears a do-rag.
And so. James, you wouldn't wear a do-rag.
Boy, stop.
But you still could protect the scalp.
Oh, you're not. BK Watts is bald, girl. I'm sorry.
I'm so mad at you.
We just had that discussion, though.
I'm sorry.
I said that I did shave my head for 3 years.
Did you?
Did I know you when you were bald?
Did you?
Did I know you when you were bald? Okay, I'm like, James, I'm sorry. I'm not tripping. You got something in your beard. You got on the other side right here. It's from your hat. It's okay. I get it. But yeah, I was like, wait. That was down there. Yeah. No. What about you? They cute to look at, but I don't want a man with no do-rag.
I don't even want a man to sleep in a do-rag.
Men that wear suits don't wear do-rags.
Period.
So I don't have to worry about that.
I don't know. I'm not a fan. What? No. No.
You can't sleep in one?
No, for what?
Yeah, my guys don't have waves. Like, I don't know. They just...
My shit tight.
For what? It's a short
I thought
cut.
you said you put water in it and it do what it
Yeah,
do
like
what it
lay
say.
it down in the morning.
If I put that motherfucking do-rag on that shit,
Hey, no cap, I
the
feel you.
do-rag on top of the water? Silk.
I'm gonna try that tonight. No cap, girl. Hey, Kayla, get you a do-rag though.
I have a do-rag.
All right.
I have a velvet do-rag.
Okay. My shit saying this go to.
But I think I'm like I don't know how to say this.
What time is it?
But it's like I have real hair. Like I have longer hair. Like I don't think a man. I mean, your hair is so short. You get your hair cut every week anyway. Like I don't know. I don't like the do-rag. I don't like the vibe it gives me, I guess. I'm looking for the vibe.
As a suburban girl right along with you, I understand where you're coming from.
If you go to sleep and your hair like this,
It shouldn't be like that. You're childish.
you gotta, you know what I'm saying?
What? You're childish. When you lay down, you're
No,
not doing
because
all
that would mess up his hairline just like that would mess up our hairline. Don't do that.
Oh my goodness. Well, look, everybody has their cup of tea. And if you wear a do-rag with me, it's going to be a no. And that's in the bedroom.
Mainly out
I
of-
can't wait
Anywhere.
to say something that is multiple no's for me. Well, first off, we ain't eat no seafood because I'm allergic. So whatever.
What? Didn't we have salmon one time?
Seafood, like shellfish.
Oh.
Shellfish. He's one of
Salmon's
those.
in the sea, no?
It's not in the shell though. It's not in the shell.
Yeah, we all got degrees. Don't play with me. Like
I'm not about to do this with her. Nah, she said, don't it swim in the sea? It don't have no shell. I'm gonna beat you. Like he can eat like fish, just not like
Did you
crab
use that
legs.
seafood at first though? No.
He said,
Seafood is typically referred
But he said
Oh.
seafood though. Okay. No, you're right. You're right.
Fish don't go with seafood. Fish is
"Ooh, edit this part out."
No, keep this part. We're learning.
No, this young man is learning. We knew. He said seafood is just shellfish, and that's not true.
No, sometimes it depends.
Seafood
I'm
is
not saying
everything
that
in the
that's-
sea.
That's not what it. I'm
Stop
not
playing with me.
saying
I'm not
that-
doing this with y'all. Y'all gonna stress me
I'm not
out.
saying that salmon is not from the sea. What I'm saying is when people refer to seafood, they're referring to crab, lobster, shrimp.
No, they say shellfish. Okay, well, I don't know. Y'all let us know if we keep this part, and I hope that we do, because I love stuff like this. Let us know your comments about
natural.
the
We
different.
had fish fry on Friday. That don't got nothing to do with seafood.
Where did you pull that fish out of? Water.
Or maybe you didn't. Maybe you got tilapia where they built it.
I'm saying, if you eat a fish from the lake, is that seafood?
It's from.
It's not from the sea.
Okay, I'm done. I'm
You right.
done.
You right.
No, are you
I'm
kidding?
fucking
What
right.
college did you go
talking
to?
about?
What college did you go to?
If you eat a fish from Lake Erie, that's seafood.
No,
one.
yes, because it came
For
from
one.
not necessarily because it didn't come from the sea, but
For
yeah, that's seafood.
one, he said from Lake Erie. We should have just
Hold
scratched it
hold
from
on.
there.
Let's, because you don't really know.
People go fishing.
Not
all
Lake
the time.
Erie by Cleveland, but like Lake Erie out the way.
I guess I'm learning.
Yeah, girl. Culture yourself. Hang out with me. I'll take you places. Goodness, you ain't never been on a boat. You ain't never been
Yeah.
fishing
Yes, I have.
in Lake Erie.
No, in Key West.
Okay, but still, okay, I know that's right. But no, I mean, I'm not about to eat no tilapia out of here. But there's a lot of whiting. Do you eat whiting?
I like whiting.
Girl, all the whiting that you get in all these places is from where? We in Cleveland,
Okay.
or from a farm.
I guess I typically eat the shellfish from there.
Well, honestly, even though it's scraps technically, but we eat lobster and crab legs. You know, lobster is really not like a luxury, right?
It is now.
Nah, girl, it's really like poor man's food.
It used to be. Not anymore. Now that
Would you
I'm
like to know
indulging.
historically why?
Sure, share it with
Nope. We'll talk about it off camera. If you know the answer, drop it in the comment section.
Why would you do that?
Because I don't want to get canceled.
Oh.
All right.
Here Rachel bye, y'all.
Thanks for watching.
See you guys next time.
I love it here.